Alright, welcome everyone. So, I had a run before this, and I died to my dumb miscalculations and drowning. But I wanted to show off how to get God runs going, or at least my version of God runs, because everyone has their own way and like different thoughts on it and everything like that. But I wanted to show what I think can make a God run, or just a first few levels of what a God run can be. But I did notice that we just picked up some teleport bolts, so we kind of just have our first break right here. Like, this is extremely break potential, so we kind of don't even have to spend that much time on this floor, and that's really nice. We'll stay enough to get 500 gold, but other than that, we're set. Like, teleport is such a good break, and I will show it off when we get to the temple. But if you're wondering why I don't have a webcam on, and I'm just doing a like semi-normal run. Also, that was a unnecessary 6 damage that we took. We should have been paying more attention to our flight meter. I will strictly save webcam for streaming, and if you're not aware, I stream at Twitch TV, so definitely go there if you want to see some later gameplay and runs and stuff like that. But yeah, for now we're gonna just find out what this run has to offer. I'm sad that I died in the last one, but I'm glad that we got a break instantly on this one. And you'll hear me refer to breaks a lot. It's just something that you can use to your advantage in this game extremely well. We're gonna let that burn. Hopefully it'll let us in there. Also, why are you burning all the spiders? What's wrong with you? You want some water? Ooh, they don't want some water. They want some pain. Here you go. Step in the water for me. Step into the lava. Step into the light. I guess it's their lava. The floor is water lava. Ooh, look at all that nice gold we got. We could have came over here and kicked the rock down. That would have been satisfying, but also we have no entrance over here, which is not satisfying. Kick this over here. Kick this. Oh, and we also had a touch of water last round. That's okay. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it anyway. All right, what does this have to offer? It has a freezing liquid potion. That's not too useful for me. I believe there should... No, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. Usually there's something in there, but it doesn't look like it this time. So we're just going to head over to the left. Had to fix my headset. I apologize. Sometimes it just turns off. I don't know why. Oh, actually, it's not the headset. Is it voice meter? Give me 1 second. It is not voice meter. It's just Noita audio. That was strange. I could not hear anything. We're just gonna spray some more water on him. They love water. They are a fish in disguise. Oh. Don't mind me. I don't know how we slid through that. That was slick. Okay. Are they gonna... Ooh, they're gonna do the exact same. Ooh. They got the fast shots. I don't know why one of their shots traveled extremely fast. This time, I don't think I will be going to the dark area, mainly because that's such a time sink, and I want to show off everything that the game has to offer before you have to go that deep into it. We only have 300 gold. I'm trying to suss out this area. I think we're gonna drop a bomb right here. So we have some more kiting room and an entrance over here. They are also mad at us. Get some water on us. Get ready for the fight. Some of their shots seem extremely fast. I think it's every other shot? I don't know. I could be mistaken. Also, we got some sludge in there. Get out of there. We have no water left, so let's go pick up some water. Donk. Slurp some water, I guess. Alright. And we're just gonna head to the right. We could also head to the left, make sure it's clear for when we ever want to come back up for that full heal and heart over there. But yeah. We could use teleport right here. I think that's a good option. Ooh. 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 That worked. It was not the intended way, but it worked. Also, I don't know if they buffed health ups, but the one I picked up gave me 50 health. It was incredible. Like, almost doubling our health. Well, I guess adding 150% health. That's so much. We're sitting at 74 health, so not great. I feel like I rushed a little bit. I should have been playing slower. A lot of times I will use save states, and I think that is the best way to learn and the best way to get full enjoyment out of it, because you get to test stuff, but you also don't risk wasting all your hard-earned time. And I am extremely busy. Like, I don't want to say I'm the busiest person, but between working and creating content and streaming and I was gonna say dealing with our animals, but in some points it is dealing with our animals. Yeah, I just don't have enough time to really stretch out playing Noita for like the way that I do, and like learning anything, because I'll play for like 5 or yeah, talking is hard. I'll play for like 50 minutes and then I'll still be on the first level. I died on the first level and that recording was 47 minutes long, just to put into perspective how long I usually take. And I don't think that's fair, and it's not fair for me, it's not fair for the game, because the game has so much to offer and it's such a great game and I want everyone to enjoy it. So I think just finding your method of enjoying it is the best way. Alright, let's go this way. There's a lot of enemies over here, so I don't want to really deal with them. You know, could we use them? I don't know if we could use their acid balls for anything. I just don't want to get hit by them. Let's see, we'll wander backwards. I don't think there was an area that we needed to get into. There's over here, but we still have bombs left. I'm being extremely diligent with my bombs. Ooh, we got hit by 3 damage. Unfortunate. I also don't know if there's any acid in there, and I don't want to risk it for that 5 or 10 gold. So we're just gonna move on. Ooh, a lot of shotguns. Nice. Alright. And also, just to make sure that everyone can achieve a God run, I have 0 progress unlocked. There's nothing unlocked except for everything that I've killed in this run and collected this run. So, no matter how far you are in the game, you can make a God run happen. And we found our second break. So, I wanted to make sure we killed them before I looked at the wand. But this has a luminous drill with timer. And I'll actually show off the temple mechanic. I don't know if they're gonna change it, but I am playing in the beta, so usually they would change anything in the beta before they change anything in the full like release. So if there is some things that act strange, it is because I am in the beta, but most of the things should be kept pretty much the same. I'll tell you if there's anything that I noticed is different in here versus full. Can you be deceased? I would like if you were deceased. Yes, just no, you didn't see me. I'm not here. I'm a figment of your imagination. Look at that! Wow! You always gotta be on your toes with them. I think they stepped in the water though. They sure did. Give me all your goodies. Okay. We have 650 gold, we have 3 breaks, and we have 71 health. That's actually a perfect time to leave, so we're gonna do that. So, we're gonna fill up our water flask, get a nice sip here. And since, like I said, we have 71 health, we're gonna leave this. We're also gonna leave that. And let's see what wands we have. Ooh. I'm interested in the return spell, but we already have teleport, so I'm not interested anymore. We could pick up more bombs. Oh no, we don't need anything from here. So, our options, okay. Noita felt bad, so it's just gonna give me all the handouts now. For my god runs, I usually choose some perks selectively. Like, some perks will give you a win, and some perks will just be downright a hindrance to making your run last a long time. But obviously, Tinker with Wands Everywhere is the solid choice. The other one was Vampirism and Toxic Sledge. Well, actually, it's Toxic Immunity now. And both of them are good. Vampirism takes 30% of your health, your max health, and you can drink blood to gain health now. But since we don't have unlimited spells or anything, it wouldn't have been the best choice. Tinker with Wands Everywhere allows you to edit wands anywhere, so it's really good. Let's actually get our wand set up right now, and then Toxic Sludge Immunity obviously gives you Toxic Sludge Immunity. Or Toxic Immunity, sorry. I think it was called, I'm trying to double click these, there we go. I think it was called Toxic Sludge Immunity at some point. So the first break I wanted to show off, we'll actually throw, what are our best wands? Probably just these two, right? Oh, that is incredibly slow. That is also incredibly slow. I forgot this one uses so much mana. And you notice I'm doing this in the temple. And I don't know how long you've been playing Noita for, but there should be an angry lad, and we call them Steven. Their name is Stavari, and it is very fitting. They will murder you. Whether you destroyed the temple or whether it was a worm or anything, they will be mad at you. And it's only certain parts of the temple though, because we drilled entirely through this thing and they're still not mad at us. They'd pop out right here if they were mad at us. So we're gonna keep it like that. We must have something better. Can we throw both of them on here? What do we need to fix? We need to fix recharge time? Maybe? No. Same thing for this one. Yeah, it's almost the same stats. That's unfortunate. We could do... Let me see real quick if we have anything to work with. We got our sludge balls, return, and more sludge balls. I almost want to pick this up just to use it to dig, but the mana recharge is terrible, so I'm not going to do that actually. We're going to go with this one. I don't know how spell pairing would work with only a Luminous Drill with timer. I guess there's no better time to find out than now. It's only 370. Plus we could also use these for a weapon since we, I apologize, since we don't have a weapon really. So it's not that bad of a trade. Let's figure it out. We're doing some live science. So let's see. So normally when you spell or, oh, it just flat out tells you. Well, it could be like one of those like asterisks, like, oh, it says it removes 0.58 cast delay, but in actuality you need to meet these criteria. So in theory this should be really good, right? Looks pretty good. So let's use this to dig right now. I wish we had some mana. Let's throw one up here so we can swap back. And depending on how dedicated you are, you can get through this entire thing. I know we have edit wands everywhere, and you're probably wondering, why are you going through the effort to destroy this entire temple when you have edit wands everywhere? One of the best perks in the game. And that is because I want to show off that even if you didn't get edit wands everywhere, we still have a bunch of cheese on us. So let's clear this out a smidgen more, and then, yeah, you know what? I think that looks good. Okay. So, let's clear this a smidgen more. I know I'm being nitpicky, but I think we could just hold this down and use it that way. All right, and up here. Okay, so normally if you were to hop out of the temple, it would cause a collapse. Let me make sure that this doesn't have any spread on it. Is there any better? No. Yes. So normally if you hit this area, I think it's right about here, in this area right here, you'll trigger a collapse. But if you have teleport, you can just teleport out, and you can teleport back in. So that's our first cheese. And then I was talking about more cheese. So you could theoretically, if you wanted to spend enough time, dig through right here under this perk altar. I think you can dig up to, I didn't do testing in 1.0 yet, but it was to the bottom of the lake right here, or the pond. So like right up to this level right here, you would be able to dig, and you could just dig out a little arena for yourself so that when you you piss off Steven, you can just eat through here and then use that as an entrance back into here to edit your wands and stuff like that. Or if you didn't even want to deal with the next level and you wanted to go back up and figure out more stuff that's up there, you could eat through up here. I think the quickest path, well, there's a difference between the quickest path and the safest path. So the safest path would be doing it over here, because the gods would get mad at you, but Steven would eventually wander over here, and by that time you would have a little area built for yourself. Steven's a lot larger than you, and worst case scenario, you have the statue over here, you can be like, Steven, catch, and then kill Steven. So there's a lot of options. And like that's why I said we have so many breaks right now. The one I'm gonna go with, since I don't want to trigger the collapse either, is we're going to have a teleport, and having a teleport wand is also extremely useful. We're going to keep this wand. This one, I don't think we need it, so I'm just going to throw it on the ground. We're also going to keep a teleport on us, so if we ever need to get rid of this wand, we can sure as heck do that. And then we're going to do... What can we do? I think... What does this look like? It fires 3 really quick, but then it's kind of hard to use after that. Ooh, I like that as an option. We'll keep a Luminous on us. What would it look like if we just did this? Cast delay is the issue on this wand, so we don't want to either add more or deal with that. I don't think we can fix that wand. Yeah, that seems to be our best option for right now. I think we're going to go with this. So we're going to have our backup wand. And then this one's going to be our bread and butter. Because 3 really quick, and the laser, you have to take into consideration this does 10 damage. And you can pierce through stuff, you can pierce through walls and things. So yeah, I want to show off this area a little bit more. I know I said about it, but like, seeing is believing. Like, you can dig a lot into this. I will go and test it in my dev world just to make 100% sure before I upload this. But yeah, I mean, clearly they haven't gotten mad at us yet, so I don't think they're gonna get mad at us. And like I said, before 1.0, it was at the bottom of this. So yeah, you have a decent amount to dig through. So you could dig through like right here. And like I said, Steven's quite large. Actually, you know what? Let's just summon Steven so that we can try out new stuff on him. Since I think I got the point across that this one is a pretty good break already that we found on the first floor. So I don't think I need to really play this one out. I will just speed run after we end up killing Steven, but yeah. Oh, this might take a second. Do I have any... I don't think that's gonna do anything other than just make it waste its mana quicker. I don't even think Steven would be able to hit us if we were standing in this. And the problem with making the gods mad at you as well is on the next floor they will be mad at you. And that's why I try and veer away from that. I have gotten Steven's attack pattern down pretty well, but even I still mess up. And if you mess up once, he has like a weird knockback slash like scorpion pull mechanic where the further away from you, the further away from you he is, the more he'll pull you in. And that becomes extremely tricky because he'll yank you in and then he'll have another shot lined up for you and he'll hit you twice. And so it's just a mess. I think it's clear that I don't have to test this in the dev world, so that's nice. We'll eat this away a pixel at a time. All right, let me make it a little bit quicker. I love it. It's just so enjoyable. It's like the little things in this game. I know this takes forever, but like just destroying every little pixel. Every pixel at a time. I should have kept swapping back to this one. Because this is the good one. And I'm not very good at games. I'm very good at overanalyzing. and figuring stuff out, but by no means am I good at games. Like, this is why I try and offer other solutions, because I know there's other individuals that think like me and just can't do anything in this fabulous game because they don't know how. Alright. We'll eat up here. Oh, we're getting stuck on something. And that's the last thing you want. You want to make sure it's just at least smooth to walk through, because if it's not, you get caught on something when you're trying to run, and not only will you panic, you will also most likely get hit. So that's not great. Okay. I know this video has been just me eating through the temple, but I think every video I will try and stumble across like what we can use to break a run. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't really think about what we're gonna do about Steven on the next part. We have freezing liquid. I thought we had something else. Well, we'll figure it out when we get to it. And make sure we can travel through here. We get caught right here. So clear that out. And I actually saw Guido doing this and was extremely curious, because I was under the assumption that anything that was in the temple you break would just make them angry, but that is clearly not the case. We might have made this a little bit too big. I still don't think Steven can get through it, and even if he can, he'll get stuck in here, and then we can just mess him up that way. Okay. So we'll kick this over here just for purposes, and then, like I said, actually, you know, no, I don't want to risk it. I was gonna throw a teleport on here and see if we could get through, but there's no way we can get through. Steven. There we go. So this is Stavari, also known as Steven. And it's weird being this close to him, but in the same sense, I know that I'm safe. We could actually almost like cheese kick this into him. We'll wait for our mana and then we'll unleash a deadly blow on him. Ooh. What was that? Why'd he shoot? Oh, because he saw us? Huh. I think that was why. And you noticed that his shots were a little dinky. I don't know if you've ever fought him, but... Steven. Oh, we're getting stuck. We need to clear this out a bit. And that's something you gotta keep in mind as well. You need to do some preventative maintenance. Okay, wait for our mana. We could throw a freezing flask. I kind of like that idea. We won't do that though. Do some preventative. Just nick him every time he walks by us. That was a pretty good hit. I think this is our best option. We could throw some slime balls on. Oh, not that one, this one. No, that's a bad idea, because he'll just ricochet them off and then they'll hurt us. As you can see, they are very tanky. Then we get some nice little gold. If we can get out in time. Heck, let me out. We need the gold. Nice. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's go. Just kidding. Oh, just kidding about just kidding. I was gonna set up our wand, but we have edit wands everywhere. Normally I would have hopped back in there, but yeah, we're good. Okay. And also, depending on how much time you want to spend on this level, you could do a lot of stuff. For right now, I think we've showcased that we have enough breaks to work with. So I'm just going to run through it pretty quick. I'm going to find the easiest path down, and we're going to take that. I don't want to deal with them. We also have 520 gold, so that's pretty good. We'll snag these 2 nuggets. Don't fire at me, that's very rude. And since... oh, wow, that was super simple. We could look for another wand, since we are at the bottom. That's not the worst idea, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play with the mindset that I don't have edit wands everywhere. So, depending on what method and what way you've played, every run can be different, but I will try and be accommodating for everyone. There we go. Let's get through here. Ooh, we're on fire. Unfire us. That fire lasted so long. Fire also does percent health damage. So the more tanky you get, the more health you will lose from fire. So if you don't do preventative fire stuff, then you can end up losing a lot of your health from it. Okay. That was a risky play, but I was also running out of flight juice, and my other option was catching on fire. We did have slime on us, so I probably wouldn't have caught on fire, and that probably would have been the safer bet, but I kind of panicked a little. And that's how you end up dying and taking unnecessary damage in this, is you just panic and don't weigh out your options. We're sitting at 42 health. We do have the full heal above us, but I don't think it's necessary that we take it. 42 is a little bit low. You, I think, are in one-shot range for explosives, so just play careful around explosives. Also, we will almost never go to fungal. Even though fungal has a lot to offer, I usually save it for last-ditch efforts, because I think that there's a lot of other things that you can use for resources. There's an alchemist right here. They are really neat because you can farm potions from them, but also in the same sense they're extremely dangerous because they can throw a potion of acid at you and just end up killing you instantly. So yeah. We also have slime, and since we have that, we could dig for some of this gold. Obviously not in the rock, but in the soft, like coal vein and stuff. It would be a smart idea to get some gold. I can show it off right here, I think. This is nice and soft. Oh, it doesn't dig through here. If we use our luminous, the luminous does eat the gold, so I was mistaken. I apologize. I thought that that was a thing we can do. It is clearly not. And it's kind of one of those do as I say, not as I do kind of scenarios. I'm playing this a little bit more rushed because I want to show off like other levels and stuff like that. Like I said, we still have that full heal above us. 34 health is a little risky. I also did not see any other wands other than this one, and this one didn't have much to offer. So we should, I think, we'll say until our next hit. We'll travel to the right though. See if we can find another wand. If we find something else that's broken, then we'll just head out. And since we had already killed Steven, we could head back up to the previous floor. And since we've cleared everything there, we could work with the previous floor in mind. So there's a lot of options. Noita is a very good game for exploration and learning. We did get hit once. Ooh. Yeah, I think it would be safe to go to the next floor then. Ooh. Yep. Definitely next floor time. I don't even want to risk it. I don't know where the like particles that would hurt us are in that, so unfortunate. And since we did destroy the temple, Steven will be angry at us. Let's check and see what we have right here. We have a mana spell, so this is really good and this is really good. We can actually make something really ridiculous really quick, so I think we're gonna do that. So I'm prepping it so that we can grab these real quick before Steven comes and murders us. Let me fly over here. Do we? Oh, we don't have any large no shuffles. That's perfectly fine. We could do. We don't need that. Ooh, you know. No, we can't do anything like that. This should be fine for right now, though. Also, these are test dummies. I completely forgot to mention that. Since we have a mana, we can just leave it like this, and this is infinite digging now. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Before I went over there and picked up the spells, I should have done something like this. But either way, I also should have picked up the health. A lot of stuff I misplayed there. But yeah, I got a little angsty and wanted to show off more than just the first level, because clearly I spent a long time on the first level. So yeah, well, actually, you know what? Let's see. We'll start a speed-ish run right now and see if we can find any more breaks on the first level. Steven got over there fast, by the way. I didn't know Steven was so quick. Alright. So I'm going to try and avoid farming and just looking for spells and stuff. Also, I don't know what creates the swamp water. Also, the swamp water is kind of useless when it comes to removing toxic, I think. Or at least I feel like it. Chaotic Polymorphine's a really good break. If you're not familiar with it, go check out Fury Forge's video. I don't know what it's called. I think it's 250 K start or something like that, but it is extremely good. It's a little bit difficult to get to, I do have to say. It's a whiskey, never mind. Lava's okay. Whiskey's kind of not useful. There's usually enemies down here, so we could just kick this and get some free gold. And there's also a wand down here. We'll blow this up, see what it has to offer. Oh, set ourselves on fire, of course. Oh, how do we miss them? Ooh, it looks like a pretty good shuffle wand. Mainly because it has a lot of capacity. It has Bouncy Burst. Bouncy Burst is pretty good because it has cast delay, or like it fixes cast delay and it doesn't add it. A lot of spells add cast delay, so having a spell that doesn't add it, that makes it like easy to rapid fire. There's a lot of enemies over here. This most likely has bombs or something explosive. It has, what is this called? All-Seeing Eye. We also have to dodge these shots immediately after we pick up this wand. We dodged 2 of them. We're gonna pick up the Berserkium so it doesn't get broken. Kill them so they don't shoot us. Yeah, so far I can't really find too many breaks so far. All-Seeing Eye is really good. Actually, you know what? I want to go test it now on the Dark Cave, see if it works on the Dark Cave. It didn't work on the Dark Cave before 1.0, but 1.0 has changed a lot of stuff, so we'll head over that way. I want to see what this wand has to offer down here, but they are blocking the path, so we're going to throw another bomb. Ooh, they're coming for us? Ooh. Ooh, calm down. Ooh, they picked up the wand. The wand seemed pretty good, but they also activated the acid trap. They didn't know it was an acid trap and proceeded to die immediately. We can pick up the wand now. And we're actually going to swap it for this one. And is it pretty good? As you can see. So right now we still don't have any breaks other than the chaotic polymorphine. So hopefully we can find something pretty soon. And I think this is a pretty fitting end to it, or to like this video. I want to give my 2 cents because a lot of viewers, especially on Twitch, do not understand how to make like God runs and stuff like this. Ooh, it's a treasure chest. Most of the time I will never open a treasure chest in liquid because it could have a thunderstone. Thunderstone will insta-kill you. Pheromone is a pretty good thing to have on you. For the 4th level, you can pheromone the medics, and if you're familiar with medic, they will heal you. So that's really nice to have. You can also use it on anything pre-level 4, but it's always nice to have it just for the medics. Also, can we get over here? I want to go to the left so we can see if All-Seeing Eye actually works in this area. I am not too familiar with it, and I kind of want to do some testing. How can we not get over here? What is this? We don't have any bombs or anything. It's gonna be rude and not let us test this for science. Oh, we're gonna keep catching on fire. I am very flammable. Flammable and flamboyant. There we go. Step on their bodies, they go squish. Wait, what was that? Oh, it was just our mouse hovering over something. It hovered over something when we were like right there, so I was like, oh, it said pick up something. Okay. I think we can get through this area. Nope. Immediately jinx myself. We're gonna take this water path. I also kind of want to see what this... Whoa. Oh, wait, what? That's so weird. I'm so confused in so many ways. Ooh, I don't like this. We're gonna empty this out a little bit. We're gonna go right here. Create an air pocket. Shoot this so it doesn't stay all toxic and stuff. Stay all League of Legends-y. Ah, stop! I guess I deserve that. Ooh, they're guarding some health over here. I think the game changes depending on how many times you play it. Because on our first run, we didn't see any of these things. There's another pheromone flask. That's pretty cool. So we could just use this one all willy-nilly. But I mainly wanted to go over to the left and see what... I honestly think the game gets harder after the first run. That's super strange. Huh. Because I didn't see that many frogs. If there was any frogs on our first run. Given this is a completely wiped save, so that's interesting. I don't know if I'm just reading into it, and I guess I'll have to do more videos to find out, but yeah. Alright. Let's go over here. Whoa, dodge the frog. Some worm pheromone, I don't want that. Dodge this. I said dodge, not run into it. Also, I don't know if I said this before, but I'll probably repeat myself plenty of times. If you fire water upwards and jump into it, it's a lot better, and you'll get doused a lot more than if you were to fire it on the ground and try and douse your feet. So, just, it works for pretty much everything. If you have ambrosia, if you have water, if you have anything that you want to get onto you. So let's see, let's go to the top of this so we can get a true sense of if this works. And if it does, then that's pretty cool. Oh, 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 nope, nope, ow. This little pixel right here made us toxic. Heck, League of Legends. That's what I should say every time we have toxic on us. Just a mod that makes you say League of Legends. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Well, our journey was for naught, and I think that's where we're gonna end it. I mean, we have 21 health. We could just play like immaculately now and super slow, but we should have been doing that before if we wanted to make this a really good run. So I'm not saying that it's not possible, it's just a lot less probable. I love how Pheromone looks. It looks so pretty. Okay, well, oh, I didn't think we could get through there. I didn't think we could get through there too. Give me your gold. Can we? No, we don't have anything that'll destroy it. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't find any breaks here. So, if this was my run and I wanted to make it go on longer, from right here, what I would most likely do is play this out and see if we can get any more cheesy stuff. Because if we can get like black hole digging, what's another good one? Obviously teleport. There's a lot of stuff, or return even. Then we'd have more to work with. But yeah, we currently don't have any breaking stuff right now, but that's perfectly fine. Not everyone's gonna break on the first floor, and yeah. Let's check this wand out down here. Also, this acid trap is still active, so it could go off again if it blows up or if it touches electricity. We're also at 3 health because we're playing kind of reckless. Another one of these. We'll just refresh this. Oh, also that was, wait, how'd the, oh, wait. Was this? One sec. I didn't, oh. I didn't even notice that this was gold. That was dumb of me of picking that up because this is clearly a trap. But normally there'd be something here. I don't know if it just turned to gold because it didn't have enough space or something. But yeah, I guess we'll hop into our holy mountain before we say that this first level was not a break, and we'll avoid the health. So how you should play it, we won't even check the wands. We're gonna fly past the wands just so we know. What is this? I've never seen this one. Teleport. Teleport is dodge, huh? Worm attractor and faster movement. So none of those are good enough to warrant a first level pickup, and since we have 300, ooh, we'd have to check our wands first. Like I said, most of the time I'd come down here with 500 gold. Just kidding, we found a teleport, so that would be our break right here. Yeah, I would go with teleport, and it has a double and heavy spread. Heavy spread's really good on a trigger. We currently don't have a trigger to work with it, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. And what I would do, take all these off. Ooh, this is a nice looking wand. I love how it looks. This like green bolt. So I know I dug out this area before, just to show that it's possible. You can get through here You have to be a little bit more precise. But yeah, we didn't trigger the collapse. And don't step up there because it'll trigger the collapse. If you're gonna fall, just fall. And then we could just grab this wand over here, this nice new wand. It has mist on it, but let's say it had something nice on it. We could swap it out for this one and go up here. Be like, oh, we got all these new spells, but we can't do anything with them yet because they're on the wrong wands. And then we can go back in here and then be like, oh, give me these mists. There we go. So that's, I know I didn't really explain too much in this video, but hopefully going through like the first floor or the first few floors, you can see like there's a chain of like thought process and everything like that. And let's say you didn't even have enough gold for a nice wand in here or like rerolls and stuff, then you could do that. But also, I even didn't even pick up the full heal. You check the perks to see if there's one that's like vampirism. Vampirism is a take for me, even if we have enough gold to reroll, because you can just get a lot of health from it. And then I'd pick up the full heal, and then you'd get a net positive in health because it gives you 10 health. I know it's not that much, but every little bit of health helps. So yeah, and I think we'll just end it here for today. I don't want to ramble on too much. I know this is already a really long video and probably only for certain people, but yeah. Well, other than that, have a wonderful evening, noon, and night, and hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you can get your God runs going and have a wonderful time with this game, because it is something else. I love Noita, and hopefully I can share that love with everyone. But goodbye.